So for today's video, I'm gonna ask Mica what she wants to be in the future. So Mica, what do you want to be in the future?
What I want to be in the future?
I
wanted to be a flight attendant in the future.
Ooh, I've tried to be a flight attendant in the future, but I haven't reached the peak of being a flight attendant yet.
Oh, really?
So why do you want to be a flight attendant?
I wanted to be a flight attendant because first, I like the view of the sky and the clouds. Second, I like traveling. I wanted to go to different kinds of places. So for today's video, we will tackle about
how to be a flight attendant in the Philippines.
So, what are the requirements needed to be a flight attendant?
In the Philippines, if you want to be a flight attendant, the first requirement is you have to be a Filipino citizen. The next is you have to be 18 years old and above. The next is you have to be a degree holder, at least 4-year college degree holder. The next is about high requirements. You have to be 5 feet and 3 inches tall and above. And of course, you have to be bilingual, or you can speak English or Tagalog, or if you know any other language.
It will be big advantage.
Yeah, an advantage.
So what is the first thing that you did
upon applying? The first thing I did is I searched for a certain airline or company through online, and I applied through online application. I sent my resume, my CV, and my set cards to them. Sometimes they were asking for a walk-in application, and that's also applicable.
So after the passing the resume or the applications, what's next?
If you were accepted, if it was accepted, they will give you an invitation, and then you will proceed to the initial interview, the second interview, and the final interview, and then an assessment.
Is the interview hard or it's okay?
If you study or if you were prepared, it will be easy. But it's somehow very, how you call this? So nerve-breaking.
Okay. Yes. So, do you have any tips for the aspiring flight attendants for the interview?
For the interview, the first tip I can give you is you have to be yourself. The next one is you have to be prepared. Of course, you have to study about the certain company you're applying for, and of course you have to study about the common frequently asked question in an interview. Like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What else? What you can say about yourself, your backgrounds, that's it.
So, if you accepted to the interview, is the tattoos allowed or the braces?
If tattoos, some company, tattoos are not allowed. But if the tattoo is hidden somehow in your body, it's not shown, then you don't have to say that you have a tattoo.
Okay.
For physical requirements, in the Philippines, it's very strict. I think, because in the Philippines they somewhat required clear skin, of course good eyesight, your height at least 5'3" tall,
above,
and then your height and weight must be proportional. So you have to check your BMI.
So is there a training to be a flight attendant?
Well, enrolling to a flight attendant school is optional, but it doesn't mean it is necessary. Well, for some instances, if you applied for a flight attendant and you were accepted, you will proceed to the training. The training teaches you how to survive in the water while you're waiting for the rescue. Of course, you have to know how to swim. And then next is they will provide some discussions, and then they will also teach you how to rescue passengers while in the water. Yes.
Okay. So, I really wanted to be a flight attendant. What do you think it is difficult to be a flight attendant or to be a cabin crew here in the Philippines?
Well, I think it's hard to be a flight attendant in the Philippines because it was strict. It depends on the airlines. They were strict and they have so many requirements. But if you have perseverance and you are really
into it, that kind of job.
Yes.
You
then
can do it.
you can be a flight attendant.
I really wanted to be a flight attendant. So what course should I take to be a flight attendant?
Well, there is no specific educational requirements to be a flight attendant.
Oh.
But somehow, or however, employers often prefer an applicant that has a bachelor's degree.
If I already a flight attendant here in the Philippines, can I buy a house or a car?
Of course not.
Oh.
Of course not in the beginning while you were starting to be a flight attendant. You cannot buy a house and a car instantly. You have to work hard for it for a long time.
I need to save
Why?
money.
How much do you think is the salary of a flight attendant in the Philippines? You guess.
40,000? 50,000?
I hope so. If I earn 50,000, I will buy a car.
Yeah, me too.
But no, we don't earn that much. In the Philippines, a flight attendant only earns 18,000 to 26,000 pesos a month.
For those starter or beginners?
If you were starting, beginners. And I think it's a little bit unfair. I don't know, but I think it will depend on the airlines or if you were in a domestic flight or international flight.
It depends. If I pass the interview to be a flight attendant, can I go to the other country already?
Of course, not immediately, but it will depend on the airlines you chose. If they will give you a domestic flight or international flights, you have to wait for it.
Okay.
You have to be patient.
Be patient.
And you have to be hardworking.
Be hardworking.
So, if you've become a flight attendant, what place do you want to go first?
First, me, if I will be a flight attendant, I wanted to go first to Korea, South Korea.
Ooh, me too.
Me too. Why? Because I like, first is I want to see my idols since I am a K-drama fan and also a K-pop fan. Second is I want to try the foods there, especially the tteokbokki and the other also. And third is the tourist spots there. I want to go to Seoul and especially to Jeju Island.
Ooh, me too. I heard Jeju Island is the most famous tourist spot in Korea.
Oh.
As I heard it from my friends here in the Philippines.
So what will you advise to those aspiring flight attendants like me?
Well, the first thing I will advise to you is you have to be strong.
Strong.
And next is you have to be healthy. You have to take care of your body physically. So it is a must in applying for a flight attendant. Next is you have to be persevere. Next is you have to be confident.
Confident enough to show the world who you really are.
Yes, that's it. Then if you really want to be a flight attendant, don't stop dreaming. Keep going until you reach that goal.
Keep going until you reach that goal.
That's
So
right.
now I already know what should I do if I will apply flight attendant in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Today we tackled about how to become a flight attendant in the Philippines.
So in our next video, we will tackle about the Filipino workers' average salary here in the Philippines.
Hope you like and enjoy our video.
Please click the like and subscribe button.
And click the notification bell for more updates.
Stay tuned to our next video.
Bye!